One of the first manipulations we need to do is the rotate. Now sometimes it's very easy, like here when we have a vertical image that is horizontal. We pull down the image menu to image rotation and we rotate counterclockwise. Now in Photoshop you have to have a rectangle image, so we can't have a circular image, for instance. However, there's other ways to crop an image. Here on the toolbar, we have the crop tool, and we can actually crop for composition. So here's an image with the subject in the center. Not a very pleasing composition, but we can get the crop tool and we can select the part that we want. You can see there's a little bit of a gray on the part that we don't want. And the crop tool also gives you these nice rule of third grid lines. You do have to be careful. If you move this area, you don't want to go outside of your image. So now, here on the options bar, we have a check mark if we like it, or we have the no if we don't like it. I'm going to hold down the space bar so I can move my image. Now, if at any point you decide you didn't like this, we can still pull down the edit menu to undo. Another neat thing about the crop tool, we can see in this image where the horizon line is at a slant. Since it's water, it's very obvious because water is always perfectly horizontal. So what we can do is we can select the area we want to keep. But now, if we move the mouse to one of these corners, you see the shape of the cursor changes. So we can rotate this cropping area. Once you have the cropping area that you like, we go ahead and click the yes, and you can see the image is now rotated along that line. And one of the last really interesting things we can do with the crop tool is here in the options bar. If we wanted to print this out and we were going to frame it, well, we would want to make sure that it was an 8x10 or a 5x7 or something like that. So here in the width, I'm going to type in 10 inches wide. In height, I'm going to type in 8 inches. Now it's very important that you type in inches, or you might get some other measurement. So now, if we try to use the crop tool, it will only give us a selection that is that shape. Now, when we make that change, we can print this image and we know that it will be 8x10.